Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays the Beorning, and we are back here with Ingbert, where we have heard rumors that there has been some sort of transformation concerning his son. I wonder what that could be about.
My son Horn has come to his senses at last.
There is a familiar face, though it was long and many miles from where last I saw it. Pineclaw the Beorning. I am delighted to tell you that my son Horn has come to his senses at last. He has had a welcome change of heart, and ridden with the company, as he should. And most welcome of all, he has left his wild woman behind. Oh, that is a strange thing. Well, let's see what that's all about. Ooh, an earring.
War is calling. Finally, my son will prove he is a man of Rohan.
Yeah, it is true. My son has finally shown some sense and chosen to leave the foolish loves of his youth behind him. He will do his duty as I, his father, command, and as his king requires. War is calling, and finally my son will prove he is a man of Rohan and worthy of my bloodline. Would that he had realized it sooner. I might have been spared much frustration. You do not believe that Horn has so chosen? Well, ask him yourself, and you will see. Well then, if he's telling me that, then Horn must be around here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, that looks like a horn. Hello there, Horn. How are things going?
This accursed darkness has cast a pall upon my heart.
This accursed darkness has cast a pall upon my heart, Pineclaw, but it has brightened somewhat to see you again. Much has happened since we parted. Is Corydon still with you? Call him over and I will tell you my tale, for he should hear it as well. Well, I became separated from Corydon before the forces of Firemen fell at Helm's Deep, and I haven't seen him since then. Well, I'm sure he's fine, wherever he has gone. I do not believe he would fall prey to Saruman's evil so easily, or so quietly, that there is no trace of him should lighten your worry, not increase it. It seems to your ear, yes. What's he trying to convince himself of? Well, what's up? What about Nona? Oh, Nona. Well, Nona and I did not find the Falcon Clan raiding party, Pineclaw. Oh, well, actually, we found it at Helm's Deep. Oh, okay, well, yes. You know, I do not think that she really intended us to search for Brew Brennan anyway. Her plan was in service of a ruse. I blame her not for it now, but I confess that when the shape of her mind finally became clear, I spoke a little harshly. She wanted to get me alone and tell me to abandon Rohan. She wanted us to find a place where we might live free from the demands of kings and wizards. If the forces of evil triumph, let us face them together, not for kingdom or for bloodlines or for ourselves, she said. But I would not listen. I was angry to be made her chose in this fashion. I told her that I did not always know what it meant to be a man of Rohan, but our adventures together taught me as much about the matter, and I wanted to serve my king as I should. There were more words, and they were hurtful. I made to leave, and Nona told me that if I rode to war with Theoden, I will die before the walls of the White City. How can you know this? I asked her. But before she answered, I knew. Hildegard the soothsayer spoke to Nona of my death, and Nona believed it, though I do not. That was not her final attack, Pineclaw. and this last strike was to be the most deadly. It would also prove to be decisive in the matter. Nona said to me that she was with child. Hildegard had told her this, but Nona did not need the words of a soothsayer to believe it. I believe that one too. I was with the soothsayer, so yes, I know about that.
The silence stretched between us.
The air was still and cold, and the silence stretched between us. I was torn between two duties: service to the woman of my heart, and the child of our love would bring forth, and to Theoden, the king of my homeland. And that was when I realized that they were not different at all. If Rohan is consumed by war and falls to the enemy's hordes, it will not matter where Nona and I and our child might prepare for our last stand. We will be alone. Together, but alone. And the enemy will have us. But if Theoden defies the forces of Mordor and finds victory, then there might be peace. Only then will there be safety for the woman I love, and for the child of our love is bringing forth. Only then. She thinks I chose to ride for Theoden to seek glory or for honor, but neither of those are the reason. I ride for Rohan for my Dunlending wife, and for my Dunlending child, that they may be safe from the evils of Mordor. It was the most difficult decision I have ever made, Pineclaw, and it may have been the wrong one, but still I made it. It was the only thing I could have done, and if it is wrong and Hildegard is right, and I ride to my death in Gondor far from those I love, well, you have my permission to tell my old music master, Gleowine, that he was right after all. Oh, Gleowine and I have been having a disagreement about what it means to fight. Do not tell him this, but I think I have been arguing mostly to convince myself, rather than him. I have cut a most impressive figure doing so. I think, yes, my picture of a valiant man of Rohan. I seem to have convinced my father at any rate. Find Gleowine, if you would like to hear his side of the argument. It is good to see you again, Pineclaw. I wish that we had met again in happier circumstances, but there are few enough of those in these dark days. Stay well, my friend. Yes, stay well. Now I have to find Gleowine. I think I found the minstrel. Hello there, Gleowine.
I bid you welcome. Have you seen Horn?
Yeah, I've seen him. Ah, yes, my former student is a knot of confusions, and speaking with you might have helped to unravel this. Oh, yeah, I found him. Yes, well, I am glad you tried to speak with him. I think he is being foolish, and have told him so, but he refuses to listen to me. He thinks he is doing the right thing, but I can tell you that Nona does not agree, and I do not either. What good will it do her, and the child on its way, if Horn dies now? Little or none, Pineclaw. Glory and honor, they will be of little consolation and no comfort to the family he leaves behind. I am no warrior. I record what befalls the warriors in songs, and know all too well what that means. I dress it up in nice clothes and with pretty words, but still, I know it for what it is. Death. And death. And more death. Horn is full of pride, like his father Ingbert, and will not be persuaded. He is a man of Rohan for certain, stubborn and hard-headed, thinking always of duty and honor and service. May it not be the death of him. Well, he certainly doesn't know what's going on in his mind. Ah, Elfhelm, how are you doing?
Duty is not always easy.
Yes, it's not always easy to decide what duty compels us to do. I know of someone who might have something to add to this debate, Pineclaw. Look for him just west, if you can control your tongue and keep a confidence. Just west. Hold my tongue. What? Do you mean there's someone who's not supposed to be here? Mary?
Hello there. At last someone will speak to me.
Yes, I have only had Durnham here for company, and he speaks very little. It is almost as if none of the men here can see me. I am almost certainly not supposed to be here. I hope that Theoden will not be cross with me when he finds out. But what is I supposed to do? I could not stay behind while all the others have gone into danger. That would have been a Hobbit story almost from the very beginning. Yes, Frodo and Sam and Pip all going off now, braving danger in the strange lands. I could not let it happen again. I am grateful that Durnham saw fit to help me come along. He has an understanding with Elfhelm, I think. The old marshal is turning a blind eye to my presence here, and I am glad of it. I just hope I am not too much of a burden, on the road or in the battle that is certain to come. Yeah, I understand that. Oh, thank you for the pauldrons.
I am sick of waiting around.
Let us see if we can get a look at what Theoden is doing. I will use my natural sneakiness to remain out of sight, but I cannot bear not knowing what is going on. The king is meeting with the advisors in a clearing to the southwest. It's not far. Hi, Durnham. Alright. Silent as ever. Silent, going into battle. Now, see if I could find Theoden. Oops. Up this way. Ah, yes, this looks like a king's place. And I see that Gon has also arrived. Hello there! Eomer, how are things going?
These wild men have offered their aid to us.
My uncle has spoken with the leader of these Woses, these wild men, and has accepted their aid. Gan speaks of a secret way that will allow us to skirt the orcs blocking the road beneath Omundine. He has also staked his life on it, for he will walk beside Theoden on the secret way. If he proves false, I am to kill him where he stands. If it is a trick, I will slay him without hesitation. Okay, very well. And what do you say, Theoden?
I thank you for sending to us these Woses, these wild men.
I understand that we have you to thank for sending these Woses, these wild men. Their hatred of orcs is similar to our own, and quite useful in this case, for the orcs have made a camp in the shadow of Omundine and block our road. My 6,000 spears could scatter this orc barricade, but it will take time, and that time cannot be spared. Gan says that there is fire on the plain before Minas Tirith, and within its walls. The defenders will not last if we do not come soon. Gon Very Gon says he knows the secret way around the orc camp. He says he can show us a forgotten road that will get us near the city without delay. We must take that road. All right. Oops. Sorry about that. Well, Khan, what do you think?
Secret way is rocky. Your help clear.
Khan Very Khan makes promise to you, Pineclaw. Now Khan fulfills it. Wild men will help horsemen. Stonehouse folk, once very strong, carved strong stones from hills, carried stones on large wains, built stonehouse on side of mountain. Road still there, but Stonehouse folk forget. Wild men not forget. Horsemen pass through Stonewain Valley, entrance in northeast of Drubuta, on the south of here. Way is rocky. Clear stones from path and make safe for horsemen's passage. There horsemen and Pineclaw fight Gorgoon in front of Great Stone City. Wild men live in peace. All right. Very well. Oh, we need to clear out some stones way down that way. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. A task that we'll undertake in the next episode of Piney Plays the Beorning.